What's up everyone? Welcome to the Yoga with Adriene vlog. I'm Adriene, that's Benji, and we're here today to tell you about my trip to Chicago. So when we were talking about the Find What Feels Good Roadshow, we knew that we had to go to Chicago. For starters, I've never been. I've heard nothing but great things, and yeah, just based on community engagement and conversation, we knew that we had to take a trip to Chicago. So when we finally got it all set and booked, we were super excited to go. So because of where we were at with other jobs and things, and you know how just life goes, busy schedules, Chicago had to be a quick trip, but that doesn't mean it wasn't awesome. Once I got settled in, I ate some awesome food. In fact, I want to go ahead and say in public that I don't know about all of Chicago, because let's face it, I was only there for a couple days. But in the short time that I was there, I found it very vegetarian friendly. I found it very delicious. And at this point in my travels, like, I was kind of done, you know, just being like, yeah, I'm cool yogi, I'll eat whatever I want. At this point, well, for some reason, by the time I hit Chicago, it's probably why I didn't have pizza. I was just feeling like I really just needed to eat nutritious things and you know, keep my system happy and, you know, balanced, right? That's all we're talking about here, balanced whole living. So I had some awesome food, and then a really good friend of mine lives in Chicago. Actually, a couple of really good friends of mine, but my friend Alan is an incredible performer, an inspiration to us all. He does it all. And so went to go see Alan in a comedy show, and it was a lot of fun. At first I was a little wary about going to a show. We usually try to take it really easy before we have to do our roadshow, you know, class the next morning. I was gonna say workshop, but it's not really a workshop. But since we were only there 2 nights, and because Alan is so awesome and he's a yogi, and I knew he was planning on coming to the Find What Feels Good class, I decided I need to buck up and go visit him. So we went to a comedy sports show. Thanks for the ticket, Alan. And I was brave enough to sit in the front row, and it was super fun, and I laughed like a child. I stomped my feet, I participated. And I mean, I just made suggestions, and it was a lot of fun. So thanks, Alan. Thanks, Comedy Sports. That's Comedy Sports with a Z. The Find What Feels Good Roadshow day in Chicago was actually magical. In the morning after my ritual, we even ran into like YWA community members, like just on the sidewalk outside the restaurant that we were at, having you know, fueling up on caffeine. That was really cool. I got to meet a puppy dog. Hey puppy dog, you know who you are. Shout out. And then as I walked up to the space, I got to meet everyone who had shown up for the class beforehand while we were waiting to get in, and it was so fun. It felt like I was meeting a bunch of old friends. I know it seems hokey, but that's the truth. There's never anything awkward about meeting complete strangers and being connected to them, and I find that pretty interesting, right? Because it should be awkward, but I don't know, there's an agreement. There's something there that I will write about one day, but I'm still thinking about it and pondering it, and it's hard to articulate. But from the get-go, I felt a little bit of magic. We walked up, started getting people checked in, checked out the space. This time we were at an awesome space, Bend Yoga. Thank you so much for having us. Each space is totally different. You have to understand too that I'm walking into this space for the first time. So my normal things that I rely on, you know, to make myself comfortable, to host, to, you know, own the room and hold space for people, I don't have. So it's been a really good experience as a teacher and as a guide, I think, and as a person, of course, you know, of staying present and being on your toes. And oddly enough, not to be cheesy, but I actually think a lot of my acting training and improv training, tying it into Alan's comedy sports night and my whole Chicago thing, right? The whole Second City thing. I'm gonna hate this vlog, I can tell. Just kidding. I really think that background helps in these moments. You know, you don't panic, you take one thing at a time, you just say yes to everything, and you know, you're super gracious, and you respect the space and each other and ultimately try to dig down and have some fun. So that's what we did. We had an awesome class, really diverse group. I had such a great time meeting everyone afterwards, and yeah, it was a really great class. Again, these just serve as little souvenirs to say thank you to everyone who came, and thank you to everyone who supported us. And Chicago, I love you. After class, we didn't have much time, but Alan took us to find some food, do a little sightseeing. Of course, I had to see the stadium. You know, this was a big, this was right as some serious ball games were happening, as I understand it. And so that was exciting. Walked around, had some more awesome vegetarian food at Chicago Diner. This time a little different than the place I was at before. Totally different actually, but still very vegetarian friendly, super awesome. And then ended it at the Violet Hour. Is that what it's called? The Violet Hour, yeah. With a cocktail, and that was just a nice little cap on our short little trip. It was also chilly, so a little cocktail felt good, and I have no footage from that because if you know anything about the Violet Hour, you know that there are rules, and so it is against the rules, so no footage from the Violet Hour. All right, that's all for now. I send you my love. I give you such love, everyone who came out. Thank you so much. I just have so much love for everyone that I met and for everyone watching right here, right now. Thanks again. One more Roadshow stop vlog to come, and then back to the yoga mat we go. Enjoy your practice. Benji, anything? Spoiled brat, look at this. Oh my gosh. All right, peace.